Good morning. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. Today is a beautiful day. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of July, 2024. How you doing, guys? Well, this is the show where we do something best. We take a look, review at the Nigerian newspapers, and we address typical issues, topical issues affecting us as a people. Today, I pick on a very difficult topic. It's a topic we're all familiar with. If you ask any child in Nigeria today, what is the problem in Nigeria? Nigeria is corrupt. Why is this? Nigeria is corrupt. It becomes a national anthem. That we now know that we are corrupt people. But what's the implication of all this? Being corrupt. That's what we want to look at today on this show, as we have a lot of guests coming to join us. So we're going to be looking at it. In fact, from the economic point of view, in fact, there is a saying, and you guys will agree with me, that corruption has killed more people in Nigeria than the Civil War. The Civil War came and gone, 1967 to 1970. The amount of people that corruption has killed, in fact, corruption has been killing Africa. It was because of corruption that we sold our brothers as slaves. Most of them are in America now. Corruption has cost us so much, and we seem not to understand it. And sometimes there's a way to address it. They treat it, they use one mild language. They say anti-craft, anti-this, anti-that. The bulk of our people are actually thieves. Thieves. When you take something that doesn't belong to you, who are you? You are a thief. If you unlawfully convert things to yourself, you are a thief. That's why Fela was singing in those days. He said, "Who be thief?" Sometimes we pick on the ordinary man on the street that just stole biscuit or stole it. In fact, we stone people to death in Nigeria. If you steal a mobile phone, you'll be stoned to death. The naked are women for stealing mobile phone. But what about those stealing massive money? What do they call them? They say they are corrupt. No, they are thieves. So that is some of the things we'll be looking at today on this show. With me already is Mary. Mary, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, Daddy Chris.
It's money here, but the amount of corruption in your country, Mary, we don't know how to address it. How we going to do this?
Somebody said it's because of the way they paint Nigeria. That's why it looks as if my country, Nigeria, is the really corrupt country. Not like other countries are not corrupt, but it's looking like ours is the worst. Daddy Chris, you can agree with me that Nigeria is not the only corrupt country we have, right? We have other countries that are corrupt as well.
But Nigeria is the only country, Mary, but Nigeria is about the only country where you have leaders who are actually thieves. It's not about corruption now. These guys are thieves. There's a difference between corrupt people and corruption is a thing everywhere. When you do things in a normal way, you say you're corrupt. But being a thief, stealing from your national wealth and converting to yourself is stealing. In the UK, if you don't pay your tax at the amount you're supposed to pay, Mary, it is stealing. That is corruption. Nigeria, we're not talking about people who are not paying tax, but people actually going there, digging hand into our wallet and take the money. We have cases, Mary. Cases. All you see, especially Nigerian governors, we have stories of them. What they have done. In fact, if we look at now, the last one is Yahya Bello. On the run. Where on earth, if you say Nigeria is not corrupt, where on earth will you hear of a governor that stole that amount of money and is in hiding? And Nigerian government could not fish him out. Now you're telling
It's
me
not like they could not fish him out. They don't want to fish him out. There is nobody.
You said meaning we know what is corruption there. It's corruption that kept him there. Even though Yahya Bello should be facing the music now. What he caused, he should be dealing with it today. But hey, he's not a corrupt man. He's a corrupt man. Yahya Bello, you are a thief. And that's some of the things we'll be looking at on this show this morning. Mary, how is Abuja on a general note? You guys seem to be getting on very well. Now you're looking better. Is it true that this man, your new boyfriend, what's his name now? FCT boss, is taking good care of you guys there?
Really?
I saw this interesting thing. I couldn't follow it up really. That he spent about some billions of naira to buy a dress, and it's looking very good on him.
Anyway, that's what they do. But there is one news I saw that actually caught my attention.
Right.
Talking about the educational sector, right? The Minister of Education actually said that the federal government alone cannot finance education in Nigeria.
Yes.
So although a lot of people were coming for him that but the federal government can have money to do a lot of negative and unnecessary things. But me,
Mm.
my own take is I know fully well that the educational sector in Nigeria can really not be financed only by the federal government. But what about the state? We have the state as well that's supposed to contribute to it, right? What about the local as well? Because there are also schools in the village that are actually suffering. So if the
But
at
maybe,
the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that it depends on how the federal government, you understand, how they actually rule, how they actually do the needful. That is when we'll start pointing at the other people. So if you say the federal government cannot finance the federal schools alone or the schools alone, the education sector alone. So I don't know what they expect us to be doing. Should we all just start looking at only the private sector? Because it looks as if the federal school, the state school, they are suffering, they are collapsing, and nothing is being done as well.
no, maybe I agree with you, but I also disagree. The federal government truly cannot sponsor, they cannot finance education alone, and the state cannot. But as you know, state have their own university, they have their own institutions. Federal government have their own, and the local government actually are meant to be financing primary education, except that they only rely on money coming from the Universal Basic Education Board. In all, if everybody really get down to work, there won't be problem in Nigeria. The burden of education down to secondary school level could rest on the state and the federal government. I don't think the university should be relying on the federal government because we simply cannot afford it. If we want a functional education, we should be prepared to pay for it. You understand? And I think Nigerians are happy to pay for education. They are happy to pay if you give them in fact, it's the leadership that education lack. Tinubu came on power and said, okay, we're going to have a student loan. And I'm really shouting, I'm applauding that. Give student loan, give them enough. Let them go and pay the fees to their schools. And this is how it works. You don't give the student the money so they don't run away with them because Nigeria can be dubious. You are in school, we pay your school fees to your school. We pay the rest to you for your upkeep. So you are comfortable at school and your school fees have been paid. Now, the implication is when you finish and you are working and you're earning a particular amount of money, a range of a particular, then you can begin to pay small back until it is complete. I think that is a fair thing to do, Mary. Meaning, if you don't have money, you can
That's
still go to school. Yeah. Do you understand?
that's you know that the queen. This is student loan coming from coming to a country where everybody now say school and scam. You get. So I doubt. I feel like this woman actually collect the student loan and do something else with the money. Not like I'm
But
against
Mary,
student loan, but
everybody know that school is not a scam. Yes, the education
yeah, but
system
you know
is
there
not
are people that
functioning.
it has already been soaked, indebted in their mindset that the old school stuff is a scam, which is the wrong
No,
perception.
but Mary, today,
Although
how many
as we all
coppers do
know.
you have
So
in
the thing is,
Nigeria today?
I just hope
We have coppers. They just passing out
uncountable.
every day. University is filled up. So I don't think everybody agree that school is a scam. Yes, maybe we need a restructure. They don't believe anymore because you know why? From the lecturers to the student to the academic system and down to the Nigerian government, they've destroyed the Nigerian education system. But it can be fixed easily. Easily. Education is key, Mary. You don't understand the implication of this. Now, you see, everything we do in Nigeria, let's compare to the rest of the world. We have youthful population, very young people, all right, who could do a lot for us, all right? We have young people who
Anyway,
could do a lot for us.
there's something I want to say to both the house owners, the occupants in Abuja here. We all know
Mm.
it's raining. Please, let's not make it look like it's only in Abuja that it's raining. Like it's raining seriously. Even as I'm talking right now, it's still raining. Okay, this is just like a recent news happening today, July 2nd. Uh, there's a particular house that collapsed, building collapsed at Gariki area here in Abuja. Two people were rescued and they're yet to rescue other people that were trapped. It's actually a hard time right now. If you notice any crack in your house, please don't overlook it. Don't be nonchalant about it. Be very sure that your building is strong enough to stand this rain because for me, we are just starting. The rainy season is just starting. Still a long time to go. So it's really not a good thing. Maybe as the course of this rainy season, you begin to hear that building collapse and we lost some people and all of that. Because this one is just something recent that just happened today. The building collapse in Gariki. I know we're still gonna see a lot of news like that from different area and different sector, but I know it's something we can actually avoid because when you go to some houses, you see some crack on the wall, and they just look down on it. They just don't pay attention to it, which is not necessary. Let's begin to see how the water flows through our house. Is there a place that water is gathering? These things are things that can actually contribute to the falling of people's house, to the collapse of people's house. When rain fall, is water gathering in a particular part of your compound or your building? Definitely to actually affect the structure of the building and all of that. So this is what I have to say.
So you say now there's a lot of building collapse. I know the rain is getting heavy in Abuja at the moment.
You
And
said?
even in the environment, if you're talking of Abuja this way, what happened to Kogi, which are known for flooding? I learned that flooding is already in Delta State. We know the part of Delta State that are never, when there is this period, we all look for a place to go to. And from what you say now, that seems to be the situation in the area.
And
Yeah,
it is, I'm actually struggling to hear you right now. But I know
you're
it's because of
struggling.
the rain outside. The rain is
Yes,
I think it's
yes.
overshadowing your voice.
I think I can feel that because I can hear the heavy the rain.
Okay, are you
The
hearing it as well?
Yeah, we can feel it. Yeah, it's not
Ah,
disturbing your voice.
I'm actually struggling to hear you. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, enjoy rain. Rain is good. This is what might say kanya. Maybe you should get some kanya when the rain is falling. Eh?
And if you guys are not supposed to be having issues as regards agricultural produce, because with this rain, we can actually have our products. You understand? In its fullness, you see a lot of if it's the normal Nigeria we used to know. At a period like this, you see a lot of things in the farm growing, looking fresh, looking beautiful,
Yes. I
vegetables
mean,
and
you know,
everything.
after this rain now, you see corn, fresh corn. Eh?
But you can see that even the corn you are seeing now, you cannot purchase it at the normal price anymore. They tend to high everything. So it's not funny again. It looks like
Maybe
it's not
because
the Nigeria we used to know.
people like you refuse to go to farm. Eh? You're all in the city. Anyway, maybe today I said we're going to take a look at the papers, but the number one topic in my heart that I want us to look at is corruption. What corruption has done to us as a people. All right. You find that in the Nigerian state, if the money we are earning is now used by the government for the people, and that is when it is democracy. Democracy, at times when they say democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people, they don't understand it. They think it's when you go and vote this and that, that makes democracy. No, that is just one aspect of democracy. The essence of the voting is you vote people in who will manage your resources to your own interest. Fortunately, that seems not to be the case in Nigeria. That's why we say Nigeria is a corrupt country. Do you agree with me that Nigeria is about the most corrupt country in the world? I won't be able to argue that at the moment. Before I used to stand, oh, I'm a Nigerian, and you cannot say that about my people. But the truth is, I am disgracing myself. I'm fooling myself. If our leaders cannot stop, Mary, do you agree with me that every aspect of the Nigerian state is corrupt? The federal government, we know, hey, a country that is having this huge problem. Let's talk about the management of our resources. Let's start with that. How they manage our resources. Not the loot, we know they loot, but even managing it alone, look at the amount of money they pay so-called ministers.
But you know the truth is it looks like corruption is not the order of the day. You know when we talk about corruption, people think corruption is when you just steal, you understand? When you support evil, yeah, or when you loot the country's economy or the country's money. I see corruption beyond that. I see corruption beyond this thing I just said right now. Because
Yes.
if, let's say for instance, our leaders, if you actually know the right thing to do and you're so nonchalant about it, to me it's corruption. And if you're the other part, know that this thing is not going well and you still cover it up and pay a deaf ear or close your heart towards the plea of the people, towards the cry of the people, I still see all of that as corruption. Because I know that the priest wants to talk about the looting of the money. I think wants to talk about um how they take our money to buy maybe their big cars. It's not even all about that. Their action towards us, I see it as corruption as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's the management of the resources. Number one, looting is one. Our leaders are thieves. That's clear. They know they're stealing. You take what does not belong to you, or what you are not entitled to. That's stealing. No story about that. That is number one, part of corruption. So stealing is one of the aspects of corruption which we all engage with. Even you in Nigeria, if you don't pay your tax, you are corrupt. You are a thief because you're just taking something from the system that does not belong to you. Let's treat that with all mindedness. Now, the most important one is the way they now allocate our resources. Every president today from Buhari, you know what they do? They are Minister of Petroleum. And it's going to continue. Buhari started it. Tinubu has embraced it. They are now the Minister of Petroleum. That's where the money is coming from. The question is, does he have the expertise? Is he managing well? You're going to see that he's going to put some people there who help him to steal and steal more money. And they're going to call it what? Corruption. No, you're a thief. So let's understand the word thief. The allocation of these resources. Now, you give a governor some 17 billion naira this month, maybe to Delta State, to do something. The governor does not use the money well. He keeps a lot for himself. He's a thief. Now, Yaya Bello has made away with a lot of money. He's a thief. He's not corrupt. Let's look for the right word for it. A thief cannot be called a corrupt person. People could be corrupt. You have corrupt mind. You understand? You say, we say, China girls can corrupt you. You understand? If you are somebody like me that like a lot of women, you see a beautiful girl, they corrupt you. That is corruption. Let's not, but our own. Let's talk about stealing. These people are stealing our resources. That is the cross of corruption I want to talk about today. Maybe the implication of this is this. The money, like you rightly said, education is now dying. Why? Because we are not investing in the human beings. Do you know the best thing you can give to a person, Mary? It's education, really. If I have my kids growing up today and they think it's the money I'm going to earn, I always say to them that it's going to be your future. You are stupid because the car I'm driving today, by the time you are 30, it will be too old for you to drive. I couldn't drive my father's car. They were too old. I gave him a car. Do you understand? How can I be relying on my father's car? Those that rely on my father's car are behind today because the car I'm driving now was not even made when my father was still alive. So you can imagine somebody relying on what I have. And I say, no, the gift you have from me is education. And education is not the certificate you get from school. It's the training, the steadfastness, your ability, the tenacity to run your own thing. You know, Mary, one funny thing is that I'm going to ask one simple question today, and that's why I want education to look at in Nigeria. Mary, how many people who are workers that are rich? How many do you know? I know Mary cannot hear me. Can you hear me, Mary?
I just know that you have been talking. I can't hear anything you have been saying. I don't know if you can hear
Because of the rain.
I can't
Your
hear
studio,
anything, honestly.
oh my God. Your studio is in the shambles right now. Maybe you should go and work on the sound of your studio before we continue. Anyway, Mary can only hear she can only feel my lips. She can't even hear what I'm saying. So I'm going to keep Mary out a little bit. So let's deal with this issue of corruption. I'm coming back with Mary. Hopefully she'll be able to sort it out. Let me say this. My people, there is a massive issue of stealing in our country. Stealing. And I wanted to say that if the money we are stealing is invested in the human being by way of education, you find that these people will go and make money for you. I don't know what the president of... Let me just try and add Mary. Mary, in any case, I know you can't hear me, but try and listen. Maybe when you look at my lips, these days now they read things from the people's mouth. So try and read what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, we can do things better. We can invest in the people. And how do you invest in people? By educating them. So education is key. So when we say that democracy is government of the people by the people, one thing you do, the Nigerian government like to do it. They say we empower them. You understand? They empower them, and to some extent, some empowerment which I don't agree with is an empowerment. No, training person how to ride keke, buy him a keke becomes an empowerment. Hey, on a good day, some people can build a future from there. I don't know about that. But for me, job is job. I don't like it because for somebody who be now relying on keke, meaning he has been displaced from somewhere. But if a child wake up and he said, my love is to ride keke, there's something wrong with that. He's going to do keke well. I remember when we were growing up, some people were training to be drivers and they made a fortune from driving. They were not thieves. They made fortune from driving. So I think education is the key. The money we are using to marry new wives, Mr. Governor, the money you're using to buy new aircraft, Mr. President, if we use it on the education of our people, you'll be solving your problem. You see, Mary, it's unfortunate you cannot hear me well. Can you hear me? No. Mary, you need to set up your system properly so that I'll bring you back. So I don't just put you there like a So what I'm saying is, if the money the Nigerian government is wasting, using to do all the rubbish, if we had invested it in education, and then individually we now have skillful people. And I will define the kind of education I'm talking about. And there's nothing wrong studying history. History gives you so much. If you study history, it fits you well. Maybe it couldn't fit you well as a media person. There's no education that is actually wasted. But the question is, for the purpose of our today Nigeria, some skills are lacking. We should have diverted and put more energy on that. I think the British government is actually realizing that by encouraging apprenticeship. You see everything, a lot of unemployed young people, even here in the UK, what we do, we encourage them. I have taken a lot on media training in my platform. More than, in fact, I must have trained up to 120 people in my studio over the past 2 years. That is what we do. You give them the practical skill for them to go out and excel, young people. So again, that does not stop them from going to their uni or doing whatever to do. If they find out that this is their interest later and the field or the industry which they find themselves does not fit in, they do something else so they can be useful to society. Now, what I'm trying to say is that the Igbo apprenticeship system, and I really want to repeat that, is one education system that happened in Nigeria that has succeeded. In fact, that has produced more millionaires. Let me put it this way. You can't become a millionaire if you work. Go and work for Nigerian government. How much are they going to pay you? This is the problem we're fighting now, minimum wage. You choose to be poor. So I am not saying that people will not be civil servants. If the federal government chooses to treat you this way, I'm saying resign. Go and sell biscuit on the road. Pay your taxes. You'll make a better life. Let me put it this way. A guy that's working with us now, maybe he cannot afford it. The guy, he prefers to go and drive because he knows that the salary we pay him is not enough. If he's driving, he's going to make more money. Fact! Because you cannot be rich if you are a civil servant. Civil servants are not meant to be rich. That's why in the course of your service, they make provision for you to have a pension. You pay all these things as you go. So by the time you retire, they give you that bulk of money to go and rest and live the rest of your life. Unfortunately, Nigerian government will never pay you that. So I don't see any reason working as a civil servant. So is any other employment. The aim of anybody is to become an entrepreneur at the end of the day. And I'm going to use that word. So what I want to say is entrepreneuring individually is something I believe in. I do publish SRTV magazine, and sometimes I say to them, who is this person? He said the man is a renowned lawyer. Okay, why is he coming onto our column? Is he coming in as an activist? Then he's fighting against something. That's what we know him for. Or he owns a chamber. If you cannot convert your skill to the proper use, you cannot be fit into my magazine. If you're an accountant, that's so good. If you don't have an account firm, what have I got to say about you? There are a lot of good accountants out there. Some of them are cashier in the bank. Does it mean they're going to fit into my medicine? It's only those that are able to convert their own. Have you seen of lawyers? Lawyers, you better have a chamber. All right? And I always say to actress, no, you want to talk about an actress, you succeed, you have a big face, fine. But for you to fit into my magazine, you got to be a producer. Because you need to understand where the money is coming from, where it's going. And that's some of the things I preach every day on what I do, because I think tomorrow is an individual battle. Nigeria belongs to everybody, but your future is you, what you decide to do today. The question is, anything I do, anywhere I find myself, I always do something different. I said, if I go, I spend, at this age, I spend time maybe to go and study law. If I study the law, before the law is finished, I already created a firm called Legal Supporters. Because of what use is it going to be for me? Am I going to look for a job? No. So I'm going to use the skill, and I'm going to convert the skill to good use. And if I want, I'll make money from there. So it's about the kind of education Nigeria need to give to us to prepare us for tomorrow. I think if we educate our kids, give them the right training, and add the element of entrepreneur to it, they're going to feed us. Nigeria will continue to excel. I always give an example of the Burna Boy show. Okay, this came out of raw talent. Now, I'm going to say this, and I know most of you guys will kill me. If Burna Boy does not own a studio, if he doesn't know that this money that is coming now, he has to invest them into this area where he is good, and begin to create more music, more where he can breed musicians tomorrow and have his own recording company. If he's relying on his song alone, a time will come. Your time will come and go. You are not the number one. Your time will come and go. Michael Jackson came and is gone. So many musicians that were there before, they know they reign again. It's a question of time. In fact, don't argue with God. From my experience on earth, God gives you small time to reign. After some time, He will take it from you. But the time He gives to you, how well have you used it? That's where the entrepreneur comes in. And I said to politicians, see some of them, have you seen all our politicians lately? I see if I can, Mary, I don't know whether your rain is still falling. If it's not, you let me know. I'll bring Mary back shortly. Have you seen our politicians? Look at those who were in office. Just 1 year ago, 4 years ago. Look at them today. They're broke. When they say they're broke, sometimes you are confused. Say, what happened to all the money? You are asking me. Because they live a particular lifestyle, empty lifestyle. Empty. One, so they don't have any background, so they don't have any training where they're going to invest whatever they have. All they have really done well is own a hotel. I know most of our politicians, they own a hotel. Or some of them build houses, which they rent out. It's not enough to run their lifestyle. And at the end of the day, they are quicker to broke. You see, if I am broke today, nobody cares because I'm never anywhere. In fact, one guy, my brother, said, he said, I want to say it in Urubu. That is cripple when he fall. If you say Ponoshedi, he said, I'm on the ground. He's not going anywhere. I'm there already. So I'm on the ground. So nobody's asking me where I am. I'm on the ground. But you are the one that is there. So you're the one that's going to fall. I have nowhere I'm falling to. I'm already sitting on the ground. Do you want to sit on the ground? Come, man. So a lot of these politicians need to sit on the ground. Let me add Mary. Mary, this is not fair to do. So Abuja Rain, take you from this show. What a shame. You are telling us SRTV studio have no structure. And you look good, yet we cannot hear you. Yes, God though. Thank God that we don't have internet challenges. So it's only sound. Once the sound is getting better, I'm going to bring you down to take a look at the newspaper review. Let me preach about corruption today. Corruption, what it has cost us. Now, if we had invested the money you've been stealing, sir, if we had invested it on the people, on our own economy, do you know in Nigeria we don't need to go and borrow money? Do you know only few Nigerians can actually give Nigeria the money we're borrowing? Sometimes Nigerian government does not, I don't understand Nigerian government. Say I'm going to borrow money. And you have how many people using aircraft, private jets in that country? They go pay well. Otherwise, you don't need a private jet. It's a moral thing to do, and it's also economical for them. If they listen to what I'm saying, the Nigerian government should charge you a lot of money. You pay a lot of taxes for owning a private jet, because I'm not even encouraging you to own a private jet. The plane when they carry 10 people, or you want to carry only you, no, sell it. Use the same private, use the one, even you can use first class, but you're going to use private jet, you're going to pay heavily for it. That money, I will use it to be building the aviation sector. I mean, serious money, not small. And so a country where people have that amount of money to buy private jet and more are coming, and you're telling me we don't have money. No, they will pay more. So those people, it is morally acceptable for government to tax you more. And in fact, I think if I'm rich and I can afford the private jet, I want to pay more because I want the country to be secured. I'm going to talk about the implication of all this corruption now because it's coming to fight everybody. So you don't need the money. The truth is, how much do you need? My guy, look at me. I'm talking to you. How much do you need to live? You use a private jet. To where? What makes you? Is he going to eat the same food? You go to the same toilet, eh? It's the same toilet I'll go to that you're going to go to. Maybe you are the one that even grow up because most of these guys now who are using private jet, they came from a very poor family. So now the same eba we eat those days, now go see feed out your belly. Even this modern food, you know, they enter your body well. Talk true. Now that heavy eba in the morning when we take go school, you know, those days when we go to school in the morning, we go eat eba. Not be now. If I eat eba in the morning, I'll sleep off. But in those days, early in the morning as I wake up, I will go make our eba, take a hammer banga soup, go school. Now that kind of eba, I see they fill your stomach. Yet you're using private jet. To do what? The question is, in fact, a poor rat like you, somebody that comes from that kind of poor home, now you're using a private jet. To do what, sir? To do what? Now, okay, let's leave private jet, it's too far. You want to build houses, eh? We are building estates. Now, I am always in support of one thing. I like when you build the estates. Something I always like, build estates. Because I know one thing, you're not going to live in all. If you build a lot of estate and you rent it out, my guy, I'm supporting it. It's part of development. I don't care. You know, because at the end of the day, the house I have at home now, am I the one staying there? I wish Mary could come on air. The house at home, am I the one staying there? Now other people, they go sleep for the house. Maybe they can't see the house when they stay for London. See, because I day around my studio. But you guys are living in a luxury. In my own sweat. Am I even there? I pray may God let me come there, come even enjoy it for 2-3 years. Before I go come out for this world. So anybody that want to build houses, let them build. But build it in Nigeria. My only anger is when you take that money out and the country go, you see, Nigeria. I don't understand one thing. I understand that we can, I'm not saying you cannot invest outside, but to buy houses outside, you are a stupid person. If you come to UK, there's a way to make money. In fact, I don't mind. I say waiting for Dangote to come and buy a football team because a football makes money in England. If you own your own football, you'll be making billions. So come and own one. Or, you know the one I talk of recent. I'm praying that one day, all those African big fools will own an African shop. I mean, I'm talking, in this country, we have Tesco, we have Asda, we have all. And a Nigerian man actually owned the second biggest airport in England. It's owned by a Nigerian. I'm looking forward for the day when you Africans will own one of those big shops like Tesco and give it Afro. Let it happen so that you make money and take home. The Englishman has never stopped you from investing here. They've never stopped you from coming here to tap on the opportunities. And when they come there to tap on the opportunity, do not blame them because the door is open for you here too to come and make money, but abide by the law. If they come there, make sure they abide by the law and let them pay their taxes. And that way, there is mutual respect. We don't need to come here to look for a job. We can create our own job. Look at what the Indians have done. They come there sometimes. Have you gone? I don't know, many of you are in England with me now. Go to most of the filling stations. The people selling you fuel, they are Indians, Pakistani. They've been here. They begin to build filling stations upon filling station. And they are making huge money. And they're bringing more of their people to come and work. Who's going to stop them? Now, one of them is a prime minister. Jamaica, the bomb clad. Nigerian man, if you see, now only Connie, you know what, that Connie, when you follow us home, we follow Kara here. There's a lot of opportunity for you to make money and go home with it. Why are you not doing that? All you people do is like black people, they curse us. We too like women. We use all the money, take squander, chop and enjoy. I'm not going to see whether Mary go feature in this show because Mary go attack me. Mary, you they hear me? You still cannot hear me.
I hear you gradually.
Gradually, Kai. There's God though, because I want you to read. I'm trying to speak out. You know, I mean, you should have an earpiece, Mary. Where's all your earpiece? You should connect one to your ear. You know, if you get an earpiece, it will solve this problem. All right, look for an earpiece around. Anyway, I was saying that Nigerians, instead of stealing the money and bring it here to just come and enjoy, you understand? If you come bring your money to England and you buy a house here, you go carry that house, go back home. The answer is no. Englishman is not stupid. You are developing England. They are cool with that. I'm saying let us think of building houses at home. That's why I'm interested in Nigerian real estate in my new project. The real estate is a very important sector for me. Build your house at home. Come here and do business. Look at what the Indian Mary. If you come to England one day, I pray you come. Those of us that drive, go to any filling station before you see 3, 4, 5 Jack Robinson and Indian man, they just say you finish it. Then they sell fuel for you. The owner and brother. The owner of the filling station and brother. How many of you thieves that have stolen money here owns a business in this country? I'm asking, Mary. The corruptness is a primitive one. The stealing we steal is a primitive stealing, because if you steal money and you come and invest it in Europe and you're making money home, who give a damn? Dangote always escape corruption. You know, it's in its own way, it's high level one. He's able to convert a government policy to make goods. And I'm not against Dangote. He's making good money for himself. And it's making, sometimes it's creating jobs. But I'm looking for Dangote. A day will come where you can leave the shore of that Nigeria and invest somewhere and make money home. In fact, the white people have made a lot of money. They're making a lot of money. The British people made a lot of money. Yeah, they came to Africa. They didn't come because they hate us. They didn't colonize us because they hate us. They never do. What they came for was money. They're looking for money. So they invested. You know, they invested. And that's what really happened. And they invested in
I
Africa
don't know. I
and
can't
they
really
got
get it, but
returns.
I think if I can hear a little of what you're saying, at the end of the day, we were colonized by the white, right?
Yes.
And they would have been able to do. Do you know that corruption didn't start just now in the country? It has sink so bad. Like, it started from the ancient time. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because if not that from that time, they already had that selfish mindset. They just want money. We wouldn't have had the whole slave trade saga that I'm hearing today. So it's not even this when we talk about the political sector, let's see that this whole corruption stuff didn't start today. It means that the people we call our leaders can actually do anything for money. They can actually, even right now, I'm
Our,
very sure that
our kings
there's
started it.
opportunity.
Yes. Yes, good.
You said?
Yeah, I said our kings, they started it. They were the ones
Yes.
selling us as
So
slaves.
even if
Yes.
there's opportunity right now for even we that is here to be sold, just for our government to have that particular amount that they are looking for, that money that they will still leave, oh, because all of them they're almost old. I can't say any young person there. They're almost
Yes.
old. That money that they won't stay much to even see. If they see opportunity, they can even sell even the country Nigeria just for them
Are
to
they
get
not
that money.
many, are they not selling
How can
us?
the system be good? How can the system work whereby I feel like the interest of the people that is our leaders is actually different from we that is here. I can't see any positivity from them at all. You understand? So is that hurtful? It is.
Yes. We're gonna take a look at the papers, Mary, but I'm gonna maybe take a quick break. But what I'm really talking about, I agree with Mary. Mary is believing is accusing you people. But I'm saying if you even want to steal, be a good thief. Now, to be a thief is not new more news in Nigeria. I don't want to call them corrupt. They're thieves. All right. Now that we agree that you are a thief, we're saying, okay, it's okay to steal. But the money you're stealing, what are you doing with it? Because if you use the money well, it will become a blessing to others. No, I don't care how you make money. I care how you use it. Because I know you're stealing. Mr. Governor, you are a thief. President, from president to governor to local government chairman in Nigeria, you guys, you know you are stealing. I don't need to tell you. God in heaven, between you as you go to your bed, you know you are a thief. Quote me anywhere. God knows that you are stealing. You are not living on your salary. The money you are earning, even if it's, you know, some of them, it cannot be justified. I'm talking to all of you now. Any Nigerian politician that come out and say, I have lived on my earning, in my years in office, I better change my name. So you guys are thieves. So we're not going to argue the story of there's not corruption or that's stealing. So stealing is okay. But I'm saying now, why don't you now invest this your money you have stolen back to the society so that people will get job? We'll be your slave. But the important thing is, if you build houses, I'll have a place to stay. If you come, that's what I'm even interested. Be like the white people that came to Africa to invest. When the white people came to Africa, they didn't borrow money from you. They didn't come to look for job. They created jobs. Oh, yeah, Mary. You see, when Oyibo come to Nigeria, they came and they invested. They created jobs. That's why they have authority. You see, they wouldn't have had that authority if they just come and say, give me this, give me this. No, we would afford them. They came and they invested. They were teaching us a new way of life. So because what they want was they want to take our wealth back home. If you see those days, they will package everything and take it home. The question is, what I'm saying to your own thieves now, Mary, why are they not investing here and taking the wealth home? Who stopped them? When they come here, these African leaders, that's why God they catch you now. The British people will continue to hold you one by one and put you in prison because the system is unacceptable here. They have morals. There's moral standard here. Now, this is where it is. Whether or cause they cause black people, I don't know. Why the Indians, I'm going to use them as a case study. I have anything against them. Why the Indians are busy taking over England. You know, some part of England, you go there, you know, see English people. It's Asian community. And you can tell, our prime minister, now Asian. The mayor of London, now Indian. Did they stop you? They tell you, say, your color of your skin, I make enough you be mayor. Thank God our daughters and men are now in the House of Parliament. When these our children growing up here, if we can talk to them well, they're going to be successful. It's like this first set of people that came here, they didn't understand it. And our leaders are not helping matters. Now, Mary, how good will it be if somebody, one of your governors, choose to say, okay, I want to take something back from England? You don't do it by force. You come and invest in filling station. That's the cheapest one.
And if you see the same governors that said they cannot pay the minimum wage, but they have 57,000.
They have stolen now, Mary. They never thief money. They have a lot of money.
The governors that are flexing, enjoying themselves. I know that it's not possible to scrap that position of governorship. But if you check very well, I really can't see what they are doing. They just come there, just the part also. They come there and stay for 4 years. They choose to come back again for the second time. You understand? I really don't see anything they are doing at all.
No, Mary, but my interest today is.
You said?
No, Mary, I'm saying corruption can be a good thing. Maybe, you know what I'm trying to say, Mary? Let's put it this way. And now, it's me thinking Nigerians will kill me today. Now that I don't believe one person can change the country, somebody will need to have the power to change it. This is what I'm saying. If me, I get 2 naira, you have 2 naira, we don't work together. In this country where I am now, that decrease they run TV station, another one they run, this one they run. We don't come together and become a formidable force and do one thing well. We don't know how to work together. That's been the problem of black people. Now, if it is okay that one person now steal this money, like our governors are doing, they've stolen so much. So much. Like Cocoa stole a lot. In fact, the history of Delta State, they've stolen. So they have a lot of money. Bro, I'm not against you. Now you have this money. The question is how you're using it. Is it to buy private jets? Then you have a problem with me. If you had invested that money, or you even come to UK and say, now I want to change the destiny of my people. Maybe this London, when they say they know they come, they will come. The UK government they are easy to follow. If you buy a house here, you and your family can come. All you can do now is buy a house. You are a fool. Actually, buy a filling station. Start to make money. You know, people will stay London again. You come here and make money, fly back to Nigeria. Nigerians don't know how to enjoy you. The only reason I'm here is I need money. If I have a lot of money, I will only invest. I'll be coming to touch on my investment. Maybe if you have filling station, about 4 or 5, not the kind of money you make in Nigeria. You make serious money here. And if you convert it to Naira, boy, imagine if you have a supermarket that looks like Tesco. 3, 4 in this country. They tell you say they're not going to buy things from you because not from you. The fact, the people they hate most is Chinese. Yes, Chinese are investing here. Chinese is a loggerhead with them. They drag things with them. So Africa have nothing to drag. You are welcome. Come and invest. You're even part of Commonwealth. Come and invest that money you've stolen in England and make money for your country. Would that be so bad? Oh, Mary, it's unfortunate you cannot hear what I'm saying, my daughter. If this is so bad, if Nigerian leaders, I'm talking of what you, now, we've talked about corruption. I saw the effect of corruption. I'm not going to go into that. I don't mind, but my guy, you don't steal. Your belly don't full, abi? Yes. Now, let's talk about how you use that money. All you do with the money is buy private jet. You can see all the people that have private jets in Nigeria. Hey, man, you did not work for it. You are a thief. But that will not matter. But I'm angry that you're using the money for private jets. If you had invested that money, like I always say to people in my place, and fear not let me talk. If the politicians in my area had invested in the place by building companies, there are so many viable companies. You know the funniest thing, Mary? Oh God, you cannot speak loud, you cannot hear me. You know where I come from. You have all these jetty that is, during the time of this oil is coming into the country. So we have, because we are by the seaside, we are by the river bank. So we now have these oil tankers. Go and look at the people that have all those oil tankers. They are foreigners. Foreigners. Uganda people could not tap on what they have. They're stealing every day. Come and see what is going on now. Election is around the corner. The same idiots, they are there again. They are gladiators. They tell you, oh, PDP will win again. PDP is all the way. I'm talking to you guys today. You guys are fools. I have nothing with your stealing. And now I'm supporting maybe your stealing. But invest this money well now. In fact, you know why it is so annoying? Ogara said to be producing a lot of great things. We have the highest number of criminals. You think I'm going to be happy? You're going to blame them for being criminals. Oh, they are born criminals. They crazy. In society that pushed them into what they are today, you have no excuse. In the UK, we are product of a society. If I'm a thief today, it's what the society taught me. And they didn't born me as a thief. It's what I saw here, the way the society pushed me. I made some wrong choices on my own, I agree, but that's why I'm a thief. So those people even stealing, that's corrupt people today. I'm not fighting you. You see the Nigerian system, because you cannot try it here. You know, if a Nigerian man become the mayor or anything in London, he dare not steal. He will not try it. Let me talk one-on-one. If you are a Nigerian, you come and you become a mayor in London, you cannot steal. Because they will put you go to prison quick. So come and run politics here if that's your smartness. I'm not even against your stealing, my bro. But I'm saying the money you stole it, what are you doing with it? Why don't you behave like the white man that came to your land and invested? The Indians, they've taken over. If you see some streets in England, it's only Indian people. Our prime minister was already a multi-millionaire before he became prime minister. So he didn't get money from politics. I'm talking of Rishi Sunak. Look at the number of filling stations owned by Indians today. Look at all the shops, the small Tesco. They take the franchise and they build their own. Look at the people working there. They are Indians. I won't be surprised if the owner of Tesco is Indian. Where is the one owned by black people? Show me one owned by black people. As of today, there's no bank owned by a black man in England. Because you're primitive. You're a primitive thief. If you are a civilized thief, then these are the kind of things we see you doing. Not to hold each other in your village. You say, but Mali says, see them want to be the star. So they fight in tribal war. You're fighting the tribal war. I want to see you excel, go out and exploit. Burna Boy came to England. He played that music, made a lot of money. He's taking me back home. Thank you, Burna Boy. Unfortunately, your leaders who would have sponsored that show and made good money. I don't know who owns that show. I'm not sure Burna Boy is the owner of the show. It is his show. He has given his boys time to perform, but who promote the show? It's time for us to find out. I don't know yet, so I won't say anything. Burna Boy, a time will come when your number one priority will be to promote shows. Because you are dancing, they give you money and you go home. You get 1 million, but now you promote the show. Imagine 90,000 people in a stadium pay you £50. How much you don't make? You pay your tax, you go back to Nigeria with a lot of money. You begin to promote more shows. Expand! Davido, we saw your beautiful thing. Boy, I don't anything we do, and we are not in the business side of it. We are primitive. I say it, and part of the things I'm doing this year on Nigerian Week is the Nigerian Film Summit. I didn't put it on the priority this year because I don't have the capacity to do so, but it hurts. Because what happened in Nigeria today is difficult thing that has happened to us from the one. Eh? We will produce this, and they will sell it to us again. We produce something, oh, it's produced by us, and the thing is resold to us. And we are very smart people. Nollywood will produce a film, they will sell it to Netflix. Netflix will sell it to us again. Now you're blaming Netflix. No, Netflix is doing business. As big as your thieves, politicians who have stolen all the money, none of you find it wise. Look at the way African Magic is making money in Nigeria. And it's serious money. Mary, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Okay. Like I said, I'm more angry with today I'm talking of the effect of corruption. Corruption can be a good thing. I mean, stealing can be a good thing. Now they've stolen. The governors have stolen. The president have stolen. The ministers have look at the stupid woman that came here.
And do you know the also part of this action? You talk about corruption, its effects. But the question is, do you think corruption will ever end? Do you think it will ever stop as long as
Yes.
Nigeria is concerned?
No, it
There's
will
a
not.
UK based
Mary,
guy that he
Mary,
said
Mary.
he said
I'm
the
even
truth
saying
is
now.
that
I'm telling you. Yeah, Mary. I'm saying I want them to steal more. I don't mind. But what do they do with the money they stole? That's what I'm saying.
that's
Because
it.
I
I
know they
even think
cannot
that
stop them.
even as Yahya Bello looted the one he did, you just for example, even if they get him, which they're actually not even they're so nonchalant about right now. But even if they get
Yes.
Yahya Bello, you hear that they collect so amount of money from him. You will not know what they use that money to do. All the ones that they have been collecting, all the ones that they have been collecting. Have you heard that this is what they put this money into? This is what they did with it. So does it mean that at the end of the day, they are collecting this money for their own use? Because somebody said this that
Yes.
yes,
Mary, they
since
cannot use it.
we have been
Mary,
seeing people that spend money, people that stole money, but what did they use the money for?
that's a good question.
They only
That's what I'm
announce
saying,
what they
Mary.
collect the money, but they will not
You
announce
know
what they
what they
use
do,
the money
Mary?
to.
Mary, that is my question today. I'm saying to them, you as governor driving private jet, if you go soon die, God will punish you because you know that you stole the money before you became a governor. You were church right. Even this one, this your federal your minister. Eh? Look at what he was a few years ago. Very poor church rat. He stole a lot of money from River State. Today he's one of
And
the
he's
richest
our
man.
minister. He's our minister. Oh. He's our
Eh,
minister.
he's a thief. Understand? I agree, he's a thief. I'm not even angry. But the question is, so we know you're thieves because we know where you're coming from. We know how much you'll be earning in that office. We know what you have become today. You are a thief. Okay, let's not go into that. My concern today is how did you use the money? Buy private jet, and they will go kill you. Because if you use the money well, the society will grow. We're not saying we're ready to serve you. I'm saying invest this money. Nigerians should be entrepreneurs in all endeavors. Maybe because I'm in the UK, it hurts me deeply that I see the way the Indians have excelled here. They've done great things. Nigerians are sleeping. Will it be so bad if we have all the filling stations, we will now begin to build filling stations? That's a simple one to do. You know one thing we have problem with in this country is accommodation. Come and build hotels. The one that they build hotel, they hammer our guests.
And
Mona,
in
come
case you
here.
don't know, we have a lot of fuel stations in Nigeria. Well, if we have like 100 fuel stations, they're like 50. They're not functioning. I don't know how come they come up, they set up the fuel station, and before
Eh,
1 2 years they start working. Then I'm asking myself, does it mean that they didn't know where they'll be getting the fuel from before they start? I'm telling you, a lot of abandoned filling stations here in Nigeria. You just some are even on the roadside where you think they're supposed to be selling, they're supposed to be getting customers, but they don't have fuel to sell. Even okay, let's do you have alternative? Because what they do is many fuel station, you see where they sell gas, the other part where they fill gas for people that are cooking and all of that. But even the ones that have gas, you understand, you see that it's not working. Before kerosene was even raining, you see that some fuel station they still adopt the system of selling kerosene. Let's say they will keep going. No way, let me tell you, there are a lot of non-functioning, or I don't even know how to put it, a lot of things that are not functioning in Nigeria right now. They are just there. Some of them you see grass will just grow and fill it up. Is it not like a wasted resources? because you don't fuel station is not something you build with 1 naira, and after building it they are not working, they're not functioning, and they're
Mary,
just like that.
Mary, that is the truth because the people that invested in it don't know what they're doing, and they just need to get the expertise to run it. Maybe Mary, you see my system today. If you come to England now, my pain, I'm calling on those tips. Instead of using the money to buy private jets, why not use it to promote Burna Boy show in London and pack all the money home? That's one. That's your own. Now you know how many stars now. This boy came the other day. He closed Tottenham Stadium. Whiskey. All these boys now they can close stadium. Meaning, I'm
Yes,
talking
now.
of England. Though. We're not there, around the world. Flavor can close stadium today. So if these thieves that stealing money, the money you have stolen, sir, let us use it to now make more money. That's what we're saying. Like, my pain
What
is
they do
if they
is,
use the money to
maybe
buy
they want to
private jet.
celebrate her birthday, or their wife wants to celebrate her birthday, or the children, they will
Eh,
now invite this top musician. Now still pay
eh,
them huge sum of amounts. Can't you see that the other time, I think it was Tony Olimelu's birthday. The first day he invited Whiskey, one person. The second day, Davido. The other day, Flavor, just to come and sing for him. You think it's 1 naira he pays them?
no,
But is there no way you can do business with these people and still be making money from them?
no, yes, and that's what maybe that's what we said. Tony Numelu, and they see him. They wear very, very nice suits. He seems to be very outspoken, trying to empower young people. Tony, my
No,
problem with you guys is you, Tony. The other one, Dangote. No, I don't. I know you guys are private businessmen, but you owe us one thing. Come and invest in the UK. Don't be primitive. Don't stick at home and make money. Invest, make money home. Come and earn pounds. Your people are coming here as slaves. If you come, you know what? This is the funniest thing. If a Nigerian man begin to own investment and investment and investment, if you bring in your own people, British government will say, okay, it's your own people is coming to work with them. I bring in Nigeria. I brought people here to the UK to work for SRTV because I'm here. I open a business here. That's why I can bring people here to come and work at SRTV. Otherwise, it won't happen. So the people here now are not looking for a job from the British government. Do you understand that?
that's true.
This whole slavery will be off if we can direct our investment in the right proportion, not to buy private jet. What do you do with private jet, my guy? Private jet is going to be destroyed in a few years. If you invest and see, Mary, you know what's so funny? The way I'm looking at the guy, he owns UBA. My guy, there's no black bank in the UK. Oh. And if you really want to make money, I bet come here. This is where banks make money. This is where banks make money. Not that idiot you're doing in Nigeria. There's money here. Come and invest. Tap on the black economy. You see, if black people, if you begin to tell us every day, if there's a black bank, and I see it, look at the guy that came up with an airline now. LPs cannot compete alone.
That's
So
true.
there's so many things that we need to do. You understand? LPs coming. It's not a good thing, Mary.
Yeah, it's a good thing, even though one or two talk coming up, but it's a
Don't
good thing
worry.
to
There
hear.
will be talks. There will be talks. You understand? Mary, you know what my pain is? This if we had invested the money this idiot are using to buy private jet, the one they stole, oh, the one that steal is what I'm talking. If you work your own money and buy a private jet, but I doubt how many private jet Dangote actually have. I kind of like that guy to some extent. It's a little bit. It's an
I think he's
amiable
a
guy.
simple person.
Yes, he is. To be fair, compared to the idiot driving private jet, using private jet, look at them. Dangote will be more prudent with his money. I'm not saying that. Please come, even if you want to invest in a football team, let us own the football. This football belongs to a Nigerian, and we all go there. We'll be supporting it. Will that be so bad? We will bring in our boys to come and play here. Mary, you put your money, you put your mouth where your money is. There's a huge opportunity in this country, but when they come here, they come down from the airport, they go to their small room, or they buy house. That's what you see. They buy house. Invest the money here again. Spend it on things that will never bring us money. I doubt any of you there looking at me today. How many of you have an investment in this country? Who they pursue you? I'm saying invest and take the money home. Look at this, a street here. It's only Indians. It's Asian community. Nobody's arguing that. Did the British person tell you not to come and invest and make money? Instead of using the money, we know you stole it. I'm even saying I'm saying one thing. I know you steal the money. We're not even arguing that. I don't care how you make the money, but care how you using it.
Put it in good use now.
Thank you, my daughter.
Put it in
And
good
that's where
use.
we're going to go on a break. We're going to go on a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at this issue again, and we'll take a look at some of the newspapers, and we'll call the show a wrap today. It's a very difficult one because it seems to be the rain in Nigeria won't allow Mary to join me well. Now she seems to be back. It's like the rain don't calm down for Abuja. You see, as a mad on the sharp. When they start now, she go quiet. Anyway, but let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Don't touch that body. Stay with us.
Ooh la la! The second edition of the Nigerian Week London 2024 is here.
It's another blend of arts and culture, entertainment, business, and networking activities.
A week-long extravaganza showcasing the best of Nigerian music, dance, craft, fashion, and businesses.
Taking place at the prestigious Lighthouse Theatre, 262-274 Camberwell Road, London, SE5 OAY. Date 22nd to 28 July 2024.
Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. For partnership and sponsorship, please visit superiorradioandtelevision.com
or call +4407 459 513 619 or +4420 3623 8755.
Email info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com/Nigerian Week 2024.
Come and experience a nation's culture that resides in the heart and in the soul of its people.
Yes, you're welcome, people. This is Wake Up Nigeria. I'm Daddy Chris, all the way from London, and this is Mary from SRTV Abuja. We've been taking a look at the issue of corruption, and this morning I came to you with a message, and I'm still here with the same message, that it's okay to steal. It's what you use the money to do. I'm not very, very biblical. I go spiritual in all I do these days, and everything I do, I try to take from the Bible. I'm not saying that God asks us to come and recreate, to come and do things on earth. So whatever money you steal, you're stealing it for God because you're going to die and the money will be left for you. So you're not taking it anywhere. So I'm cool with that. So whatever you steal, I'm fine. I'm only saying now, this money you have stolen, why not you use well for the benefit of your own people? Because people are behind. And it'll be in the interest of God for Africa to grow. So I'm saying, please come and invest your money or even invest the money at home. There's a lot of business opportunities at home rather than driving private jets. Most of you that left governors, ex-governor, I never see what your investment on the co get or for the money you stole, sir. All you're going to do is to plant your people in government again so you can steal more. You see that one, the former governor of Rivers State that is now fighting at home. Instead of spending the money he has earned to do good things and begin to be relaxed and forget about what the state is earning, he's only fighting to put people there so he can steal more. Because the money coming there is too much.
And that is why we keep having problems.
That's it.
Greed.
So if they can live and know that, hey, this money I have now, if I own a bank in England and I can be earning some pounds, I'll be sleeping. I'll be borrowing Nigerian money. You understand? If I own a big supermarket here, because you've stolen the money, we cannot control it. Okay, do you think at all? A time will come, and I always compare this to white people coming to us. You think they hate us? They didn't hate us. They came to do business. What business are you doing with the money you've stolen? Are you such a primitive thief? That's the question I'm asking. By the time you use the money to buy a private jet, you are a primitive thief. Maybe a time will come, I'll excuse you for buying a private jet. I saw this man always on television today giving back to society. One of the richest men in America who stopped him from being Bill Gates, bloodily rich, he's still giving back. He's now doing it. The man, he has made so much money, he now wants to give back to society. African leaders, and maybe you guys haven't got enough. If you were to be Bill Gates, how many private jets you forget? How many wives you forget? You forsake like they kick people because you are primitive. I'm saying move out of that primitivity and come out to light. There's a lot of opportunity you can create for the same people that will be identifying with you. Whether I like it or not, I'm from Nigeria. We are from the same place. My guy, come and invest in the right thing. Not only UK, go to America, invest, and for $8, take it home. And American government will begin to respect us the way they came and they were investing in Africa. Go and invest. You see what they want to do? They always have interest in their business. Let Nigeria be a government that will have interest in our business here. Like I said, it's a Nigerian that owns the second biggest biggest airport in this country. Gatwick is owned by Nigeria. That na Yoruba man. Oh. Those of you when they talk, when I listen. Na Nigerian man. They don't kill him. That guy can buy one part of the country. If you know what is it with Gatwick Airport. You know how much they make at Gatwick Airport on a daily basis. End of view, those village foods that come from my village, they are stealing all the money. And all you can do today is still go back and tell people how to vote for you and your children. You are a village fool. I'm saying that let us come out of it a little bit. Mary, that is the message of today. I know they will not like it. I've not ever begged to be liked because I know what I talk about, I have enemies. If you have a chance, you kill me. I understand that. But I don't, you see, prosperity will judge us. At the end of the day, they're going to ask you, between you and me, they're going to ask who is the rightful person. You find out that I will excel. It's not how much I have in
There
my
should be
pocket that
there, at the end of the day, there should at least be people that will be able to stand to make change, because we
yes.
can't keep hiding the truth because we want maybe to be favored by our leaders. And that's why I like this guy in Rise TV. Before I was saying it, he will hit it though. He will tell you the way it is. If you hate him,
Oh, of
tell you.
course, he's their number one enemy now.
Everyone knows
You
him,
understand?
love him for who he is. So at the end of the day, let's all be people of integrity, because we know fully well that this thing that these people are doing is not good. And we know that even with the fact that we are talking, it's never going to change anything, because it is what they are doing that they keep doing. But it doesn't mean that we should not point out the truth. We need to. When the need be, we have to point out the needful. We have to point out the truth, because they keep on doing this year to year, month to month, and it's now looking as if there's not going to be a change in the country. It's not looking as if
Yes.
things are getting worse. But we cannot live with that kind of mindset. If you
No, it
have
can be better.
any platform that you can air your view to speak the truth, because the truth itself will set you free. We know that yes, there is no freedom after speech in Nigeria. By the end of the day, speaking the truth will only make you stand out on your own. Will only make you a better person. That's just it. Because at the end
Yes.
of the day, how can you tell me that even as a governor, you are done ruling this particular state? Okay, God even help you to even get another position, and you're going back to fight the person there. And we are all seeing it as a normal thing. Somebody's coming to tell me he's the godfather of that state. Like, I don't get. So godfather is doing something that is wrong, and we should embrace the wrong thing that he's doing because he's the godfather. Is it about being the godfather, or about leaving somebody that is there to do the needful? So it means even till now, we are not seeing the fact that people that merit a particular position should be there. We are not seeing to that fact, right? People that merit it
No.
should be there. It has to do with the godfatherism, which is really, really painful. It's really, really sad, because that is how corruption will continue to sink in. Because they'll stay there and want to tell you what to do. And if you want to actually say, I want to deviate from whatever you're trying to say, then problem comes. And we are talking about people that don't care about the lives of the citizens. Because you see, within their whole fight, that the day that somebody died, the day that they had this first fight between Wiki and Fubara, somebody died at that cause.
Ah,
And nobody
before
heard,
uncle.
yeah, the
And,
policeman that died.
is it ordinary people that will die
Nobody,
now? Ah,
you said?
I say, is it not ordinary people that will die? If
Yeah,
a
but that's a
fool that will go
human
and
being.
kill.
Now nobody said anything about it. When these political fights and everything tends to bring lead to the killing of people, nobody says anything about it. But if it's just maybe in the entertainment world that somebody dies, we carry it in our head. I've thought about this too. I wish somebody that is acting movie or that is singing that died, who carry it in our head, posting justice for this person, justice for this person. But when political fight comes in and somebody dies, they'll pipe it low. They'll kill that particular matter. Nobody will talk about it. Now, not justice for that man that died in River State because of this selfish fight between these two politicians. Nobody said anything about it. So it means that the kind of country we find ourselves, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how it can be better. I really don't know. Because the more you keep talking
Maybe it can
about
be
it,
better
you know
if we
what to.
encourage them to not bring the money out. Because we can't kill them. They've stolen the money. We're going to encourage them to bring it out. They should stop
But
buying
they
private
can't
jet
even
with it.
change. They can't even
They
change.
will.
That's the worst part.
Maybe
They
we should
can't
go to
change.
church and pray. The pastors will help us to pray. Your pastor, you know your pastor, I know, tell him to help us pray.
That is my problem. That is the mentality that we had, which is wrong. You see, during election, when they want to go for election, people will be saying, "Let's go to church and pray. We declare so this fasting," and you keep on doing this. The people that you are praying for to win will still lose at the end of the day. So you see that this is not all about prayer, right? It's all about hard work. If you stay in the church and pray and you don't go out to vote, then the same problem will still be there. How many times have we prayed that this is the candidate we want, but they still don't emerge that position? They still didn't come out victorious. They
But
still lose.
Tinubu is the candidate some people want now. So let's us leave that one for them.
We
Let
all
them
know
deal
fully
with
well
the
that
youth.
even him, he knows that Nigeria needs supporting. And he said at a point, he had to say that he stopped going online, he stopped operating with the social media. You get, because he didn't want to see all the negative comments about him. He knows that you people didn't like him, and he didn't come here to even prove people wrong, to even better the place. It's just one story or another. It's just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do
No,
this.
he's among those. He's the one I brought this topic to today. I brought this topic to actually talk to Tinubu. That your private, that your new jet they are trying to buy for you. That your new plane where you won't buy. You and your Shetima. He's timid. Instead, they use that money to invest it, even if it's invest in foreign place. Nigerians are slaves outside the country. The ones you sold, though. Tinubu, do you know how many people you've caused to push into slavery? You. Because of your bad governance, because of the corrupt practice you've practiced in Nigeria, a lot of us are outside as slaves. Because there's no home for them. Maybe let's take a look at the papers because we won't have much time. But at least the message is clear. And I dare not say that the former governors, those of you who are now most of them are not broke. Most of you are broke. And you know, Mary, the only thing they really do, I don't know if you look at the attitude of our politicians, when they leave the office, they don't even remember that there's something called investment. They don't see that there is African magic run by a South African in Nigeria. They cannot see that there is a what do you call ShopRite run by South Africans. All they see is how to vote the next person to get the next person into power so they can loot more. Look at
And
your
even
FCT
as this,
now.
and even as these companies, they are trying to wind up, they are liquidating, right? They want to close up. They are not even thinking of how to even do that same thing or how to
I
invest.
said,
Somebody
let
was
them
saying,
go. When they
let's
tell
stop price. We
Mary, when
cannot
they say
focus on
ShopRite won't come out, I said, make
the
ShopRite come
market.
out. Maybe.
You said?
When they say ShopRite is leaving, I say, okay, whether they come out or not. Unless we have Nigerians who have money to create better things than ShopRite. What
They
are we
will
doing
not.
with it?
They will not, that decrease. They will
My
not.
guy, na Jeep, na private jet to buy.
They will not. So
Let's
maybe they have the
let's
mentality that as a politician, because the
Hmm.
money keeps coming, there's no point investing. I feel that's the
Yeah,
mindset they have.
and those are the kind of politicians we should be worried about. I always my message to them. That's what I wanted to close the show with. I said, for those of you that vote for people in power and say that the Chris is crazy, he doesn't know what he's doing. I agree. I am a madman. But I'm saying to you now that if you have a governor from your village or anybody, your senator from your village, and today all he has done is the things he carry on. Maybe he drag one school come or he drag one thing come your village. He cannot think of how to personally invest in the community. It's small business too that will bring job. That person a madman. Because it's the same person that will come back and all the person is going to do is how to get his brother or his son or somebody into power and continue to steal. He's not helping anybody. Let me repeat it. If you have a governor from your village, let me use the word now, and the governor, all he has done, maybe during while he was in office, he brought some road, he built some houses, he built some schools and all that from the state money, and he has left office all this while. He doesn't have a single investment in that village. No, all I can tell you is that governor will only be appearing during the time of election. He's a criminal, he's a thief, he's a saboteur. In fact, that's the kind of trouble we have. We need him to be dealt with. But if you see somebody that is investing, no matter how small, clap for him, encourage him. Because it's the one that will last. The school when those people bring, where are they now? So I asked them, even when I was talking about what they were telling me that former deputy Senate president did very well. And I said, other than, I tell her, say, other than the school where you drag come, federal government, which investment you get in, you have in the Rogo that can give people job? Next thing now, you will get private jet. Who are you? You are a primitive thief. You can do better by coming to invest either here or invest in your village. Would it be so bad even if you go into farming and say, I want to feed this community? I want to encourage them to go into farming. Oh, no, good people must not be hungry. In my time, Ogada people must not be hungry. In my time. And it takes you nothing. In fact, you'll be richer. When I not talk to me, I not go listen. I refuse. Mary, let's go through the papers. Start with the punch, my daughter.
Okay, on the big story on the Punch paper, Dangote for Marketers fear high price petrol ahead of supply. And the rider says crude price will determine cost of Dangote PMS. That man, hype man, warns federal government. Imported crude makes production cost higher, may affect petrol price. And this coming from Dangote source. And that story is on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. Borno bombing, death toll hit uh, 31,014 survivors discharged. 32,014 survivors discharged, and that's on page 12.
No, he said he 13. No, he 32. Maybe 1 kilos. He said that to he 32. 14
Okay, and
survivors.
14 survivors discharged. Chris, I want to keep you.
Ah,
And then the story here that says federal government revokes 870 billion road contract, 2,270 projects suffer delay, and that's on page 2. Kanu plans appeal after losing 1 billion naira suit against federal government, and that story is on page 7. INEC lacks power to conduct local government election, and that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. And here we have a story that says custom size 18 billion naira firearms drug from Turkey, recover 844 rifles, and that's on
right.
page 14. Lagos Ogun top as internet users hit 164 million, and you can find that story on page 26. 27 killed, others injured in Kano Ogun auto crash, and that's the reason on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. Recapitalization, bank directors acquire 39 billion naira shares, and that story is on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. And these are all the stories we have on the Punch.
Now back to this Dangote fuel crisis and we can tell already that Dangote is not in the good book of Tinubu. So we now know that. All right. Why this is
It
going
looks
on?
as if there's a personal problem here that we don't
Yes,
know about.
yes, they have their own issues. I don't know what it is, but this is where it concerns me, sir. This refinery does not belong to Dangote. It's a property of the Nigerian state. It is our interest if that refinery survives. All you're going to do tomorrow, Mr. Tinubu, is once this one dies, you're going to open more doors so that you're going to import more fuel. Is that not
That's
madness? Is that not madness? If Dangote even take the money, he earns it, it's still within Nigeria. You're not going to go out and bring it. Doesn't make any sense. There should be no, in fact, this kind of investment should be encouraged.
But you know
It
fully well
should
that
be
these people don't
encouraged.
want any better things to take place in Nigeria. That's why they are not even doing the investment themselves. It's obvious. They don't want anything that will make it easy for the citizens. They always want it to be difficult. Because I think when we announced the Dangote refinery, when we announced that it was going to begin operation, it was during when Buhari was already rounding up. I felt that then it would be easy for him. But Tinubu coming into power, it looks as if everything has changed, as if the man is now suffering for wanting to have a refinery for we here in Nigeria. It's really
No,
not
well,
good. The people
I don't know the political battle they have. I'm sure he must have offended Tinubu. But it shouldn't be, it should, in fact, I would be dealing with him personally, but keeping the refinery for Nigeria. That's the only thing we can beg Tinubu to do at this stage. But Mary, look at this loads of seizure by the custom. You see, sometimes you ask yourself, where are this ammunition coming into Nigeria? You understand? Where did they see gun till they shoot us? They do all the things we're doing. Look at the number of rifles, 844 rifles, drugs from Turkey. You understand? Firearms. Look at them.
this
In
is
line.
dangerous. Oh my god. Where are we going from here? Like, because do you know how many that have entered that they did not see? That they did not see?
It's not because they made a mistake this time. Eh?
Few out of
Now mistake.
hundreds.
Now mistake may take us
Hey,
some.
no wonder our security cannot even fight them. What they have
No,
is beyond us.
well, we hope, we pray that the custom will continue to do their job. Well, this is the question is, I am still reasoning here. I'm still asking, what are you going to do with this ammunition? Kill people, get more power, win more elections? Because I ask myself, what are you doing with elimination, sir? You give it to these people who are now destabilizing things. You remember what our man said yesterday? Double T. Double T was saying yesterday that you surprised that if Tinubu continue, if he doesn't address this, that there will be more uprising in Borno. Because this is what brings me to the issue of Borno State again, which is still on the news today. The number of people that have died. And the death toll will continue to rise in places like Borno. And when you throw this kind of ammunition into a place like Borno, where people are already ready to die, you're giving them ammunition to kill themselves and kill us more. May God help us.
I
Well,
saw Zulu here. I saw
yes,
the Borno State
Zulu
governor
said.
Zulu.
I like Zulu. I don't know why.
The
And it's
bombing
having
there. So
yes.
he 32 and the 14 survivors discharged. This is really a hard time for him right now. I think he's one of those few governors that I can say they are actually doing well with what we've seen, like all his projects and every other thing that he's trying to do for the people of Borno State. The whole bomb blast stuff. I
Now,
don't this is actually a hard
I don't see the kind of investment that can work in a state like that where there is massive insecurity. So if they want to do
there
it, is
is.
to address the insecurity
There are not,
cyber space.
that is why if they move post coppers to that place, sometimes they tend to redeploy. You get, even though they'll tell you that they pay coppers more, they pay coppers more than all these states you think are safe. There are a lot of job opportunities there, but people cannot go there.
Hmm.
It's really sad, honestly.
It is. It is. It is. And look at INEC say it lacks power to conduct local government election. I don't understand that.
They are joking. They are joking. They should not deceive us.
Yeah, because maybe it's the constitution. Because what happened is there's the state INEC, the federal INEC. I don't know whether the state INEC is accountable or they account to the federal INEC. Because it is the, you see what happened, eh? The president appoints this man that conducted this election now. It's your governor that will appoint the INEC boss that will conduct election in the local government. So there is some power tussle here between the federal government and the state. And we know the attitude of state governors already. They're thieves. Big thieves. So maybe they want bringing in this ammunition so they can shoot more people during the elections.
That's it. After they've done what they did during the election, they're coming to say something else. INEC will always be INEC. I think we don't believe them. They always be INEC. Tomorrow when election comes again, they'll play their game as usual. So I don't even believe anything coming from them at all.
Anyway, what happened? Kano sue federal government for 1 billion. They go federal government not go pay you Kano. You don't know these people. Kano, maybe it's your plea, let there be a plea behind, because these guys they will not leave you, and they just maybe the best thing to do now is to appeal to them, tell them you are not going to be a threat, let them leave you to live your life so that you can move on. But the truth is, if we begin to bring everybody like Kano down, then there will be no freedom fighters in country. The uprising bring out the peace in us. It bring out the truth so that people, I believe that there should be reconciliation. I think people like the Kano, the Boko Haram, all of them should be called to the table and ask them, what do you want? What are they looking for? So we can talk to them and maybe address this issue once and for all. Insecurity is our major problem. When I see people like Kano now trashed, put in the corner, I wonder if this is in the best interest of peace, of security. Even if we keep him in prison, we begin to kill the people in the southeast, they will continue to recruit more. The best thing is to sit them down and ask, okay, what are you even asking for? Nigeria is not going to break, so be part of Nigeria. What do you want? Then they begin to talk. You understand? They begin to talk. Boko Haram, all right, you said this, you said that, I hear you. What do you want? How do we resolve this? Because you cannot keep killing your people. Maybe a time when you beat Pikin fish, you not work, we will call and sit down, we will talk. Maybe it's time for us to put them down and talk and ask what they want, and maybe there will be solution to all these annoying killings. Because the killing is remaining, it becomes a story, like Mary said.
I feel the people that are killing now, they are even beyond the people that sent them right now. Because I think they are now overdoing the whole thing, and they cannot be controlled at this stage.
Exactly. And that's the truth. I agree with you. Because when you give somebody, my people say to give a monkey glass, not the heart, that will take her from the problem. This ammunition coming in, you give it to a stupid person. That person feel he has power now. If he shoot yourself with the same gun. And that is how it works. So I don't see any good reason why we are where we are today. And we need to find a way to resolve this if at all there's going to be a way out. I think Timmy is just about to join us. Maybe before he can join us, I think it's the same thing on Guardian today. Let's see whether we can have Timmy and look at these huge challenges. Because Timmy will be able to help us ask some of the difficult questions I have as well. All right, Timmy, double T, Kai. All right, let me see. I don't know what's going on, double T. Hello.
Network has dealt with me.
Oh my God.
Network has dealt with me seriously.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I'm able to join even before the end of the show this morning. Good to have you. Good morning.
Morning, double T. Yes. Double T, welcome. Let's just steal your brain on some of the issues before we run away. You understand? We'll be talking about the corruption, and my submission today is that yes, we no more have corrupt people. What is going on in Nigeria? They're stealing our money. But perhaps we pass that story now. That is not a new narrative anymore. The question is, what are they doing with the money? My anger is if they steal money and they use it to buy private jets rather than investing it. They are those ones. In fact, if you steal money today and invest it well, perhaps the money is for the country. Dangote must have stolen. We never see story of him. He was never in office. But the money is investing it in Nigeria. Is that not a good thing? And double T, you see this one. This is my answer this morning.
Because their brain.
Yes.
Because their brain is very shallow.
Yes. You see that? Yes. Double T. Let me tell you one instance now. In the UK, you get to some street, some area, they are owned by the Indians, the Asians. We know they do are Asian communities. They control it. They vote their people in power. That's why you see most of them, they'll be in parliament. You know, in fact, our own is rare. Now, it's British people that are more liberal with us. Let me tell you this. Do you know most of our filling stations today? You stop to buy fuel. The person serving you is an Indian man. Now, he brother get the filling station. He brought it from home. Our people don't know how to invest and make money and take home. The biggest supermarket here, one of them must be owned by an Indian today. That's why you see most of the people working there. But which one is owned by us? Our own are primitive people who steal our money and actually buy private jets. That's what we do with our money.
And build hotels.
Thank you. You know, and I say even, in fact, if a Nigerian thief leave office, because I don't want to call them politicians, if a thief leave office, either he's building schools, hotels, what else? That's what they do. But in the same land, that's where you see somebody from South Africa build a biggest shopping that is going around the country at the moment. A South African. Where are our thieves? And how many of us have private jets? That's how you know people that don't have a vision.
Have they finished buying the SUVs, latest SUVs? They've not finished buying now. Some of the cars they buy, they can't even drive those cars to their villages because there are no good roads to drive those cars. So my concern is when you build a very big house and when you are no longer in power, you can't maintain those houses. Now they rot away. Go to the villages and see houses rotting away because the people who build those houses, either they are no more in power, so there's no money to maintain those houses, and then those houses are there, and the rodents and criminals will take over those kind of buildings.
Yes.
Is it the mentality of our political leaders? Let me not use the word shallow, but they don't reason well, and I have an issue with them. They travel abroad, they see all these things over there. Why can't they copy those things back home? That's a question. So yes. It's very unfortunate, but let's pray that God will begin to touch their heart so that they can even invest the money. Now, not to be building hotels. When you build hotels, who take over the hotels? The Yahoo boys. Exactly. You understand?
Exactly.
And then
you're creating a home for your own boys. You're creating a home for your own boys. And you cannot, I have blamed the young people, I could not. Though they really want to start a revolution. No. I'm going to come to them tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is about the young people. Every revolution on earth has been organized by young people. Look at the one in Turkey, the Arab Spring. All of them, it was young people that do it. Maybe if we're going to get out of where we are, it's young people that is going to save us. But we'll come to that tomorrow. But today, let's really look at what opportunity we are missing that our leaders, our so-called people in power who have stolen money, the thieves, they stole money. We're okay with that. Money is yours, sir. We don't mind. But my concern today is how you spend the money, sir. Supposing you use the money well, then it won't be a problem because we'll be clapping for you. We're ready to serve you. But if as I said now, will it be so bad if you own a chain of supermarkets in England and you earn a lot of money and you actually bring your people to come and work here, earn money and take home? That's what the white people did. They came to Africa, came with their expertise, they make money and they came back home. Who stopped them? Did they stop you? The answer is no. So you are the primitive thief robbing your own people with what you're doing, and it has to stop. It has to stop, and that is the part of my show today. It has to stop. That's one of the things. And again, double T. Back to this marketers fear high price petrol again. The same Dangote fuel. No, the federal government, the government. I know Tinubu might not be in the good. I'm sure Dangote is not the good book of Tinubu, but this kind of cheap battle is not good for prosperity. The refinery is for Nigeria. It's not owned. Yeah, it's owned by
these guys are calling for what we call a total revolution in this country. Very soon, people may not have the option other than to begin to protest everywhere. Because fuel, yesterday I bought at 735 naira yesterday. 735 naira yesterday. That's what I bought. You understand? Yes. Now, it might get to a point, if I can afford to buy 10 liters in my car or 20 liters in my car to move around, some people may not be able to afford that.
Yes.
You know, and even there's no power, people have to power the generator to charge their phones to at least get to do one or two things. Yes. You know, I don't know why this country, we have something in abundance and we're still suffering to get it. Why should we buy fuel at even 500 naira in this country? Why?
Exactly.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
It's our own. That's what I thought. That's what Dangote was here to solve. I wanted to see more people investing, having their own refinery, taking a key from what Dangote have done.
Yeah. My concern is that even the Niger Delta State, are you saying that River State, Delta State, Akwa State cannot come together and establish a refinery?
Wait, are you saying Dangote is richer than them? Where Dangote is able to collect loan to build, we cannot collect loan at Delta State to build. But look at our governor. Does that one look like somebody that think of refinery? That Olodo. I'm not versed. Now, Olodo, you be. Nothing. If you see, I saw him yesterday. He's standing, there's a bridge. You see all the lights. All you see in a road. All you see, everything about this, your governors in the South, all they talk about is roads. He said, we build this bridge, we do this one. You see the vision. These are the people you voted in power. People that construct roads.
It's a pity. Honestly, governance in Nigeria is becoming very frustrating, and you just look at the things people do, and then you begin to wonder what happened. It's crazy. It's not acceptable that the natural resources that we have, we cannot refine them, and they come in at very exorbitant prices for us to buy. How do people survive? Someone who's earning like 100,000 naira in a month, how do you survive and pay your rent? Rent are skyrocketing every day. A 3-bedroom flat in Port Harcourt is about 1.8 million naira now. How much is somebody's salary? How much do you earn in a week, in a month? How do you afford such bills? School children fees are there. You know, you have to feed your family. Food prices are a yam. It's about yam here.
I wanted to ask you, Double T, I wanted to ask, how does an average family survive? Because it's crazy. People are talking about minimum wage. I said 1 million naira is not enough. People are arguing with me. Now, this
morning, I have received more than 10 requests for financial favor. This morning, 10 requests, 10 requests. How much is my income? How much do I earn? I have my own kids, my family to take care of. I have my parents to take care of. From the little that I make, you understand? So look at how it is pain. People are in pain. People are seriously in pains in this country because they're not speaking out. People don't understand what they're going through. Yes. You can't think if yesterday we went to eat yesterday somewhere and 2 able-bodied men walked in and they said, please help us. All we need is food. That's it. All we need is food. I'm talking about able-bodied men. They have to say, look, that where they are working, they have not been paid. And you look at them, you know they are saying the truth, they are not lying. They didn't ask for money. They said, please buy us food. Buy us food. Make a job. That's what they say. Boss, I beg no first. We really ask you for money. Just buy us food, make we chop. That's the level of what we are going through now in this country. And then what we have our leaders who drive cars worth 500 million naira. We have our leaders.
They use jet. Those ones that governors use private jets.
Yes, they travel with private jets. And then you have the people that you are representing live in abject poverty. What kind of leadership are we professing? What kind of leadership are we showcasing in this country? People are hungry. People can't even move around. You go and do now, see people walking up and down, not because they are exercising, they don't have transport fare to go to where they are going to. Because when you calculate the money you earn, it's not even enough to feed you, not of transportation, and take care of your other needs. How do people survive? These are the things we are seeing in this country. And all we keep hearing is that Tinubu is giving 50,000 to families. How many families can you share money to? And when the money finishes, what happens next? A tuber of yam is about 5,000 naira in Port Harcourt, 4,500 in Port Harcourt. A tuber of yam that cannot even serve more than how many? If you have a family of 7 now, one tuber of yam may not serve you for 2 days. So how do you survive?
How can it serve?
That is the point.
If you see on Punch this morning, they're telling us that they just seized some firearms, 854 rifles, and some other stuff.
Who is bringing them to do what? To kill who?
My brother. That's the question.
Who? When you kill everybody, can you rule yourself? Can you rule yourself? When you kill everybody, who are you going to? Are you going to rule over? Somebody brought that in. Now you see that they will not expose the person. The case will die down. No. The person will bribe them. They will beat him.
They will not. That's the thing that surprised me. The question is who? You show us this beautiful ammunition. This is happening. By who? Who did it? So that we all can know. No, of course, we don't know who is behind it.
So
we don't. The government is not aware. You were able to see it. You don't know who brought it.
We deceive ourselves a lot in this country. I told you yesterday before I went over that look, until we begin to tell ourselves the truth, until we begin to expose people who are doing evil in this country, and you when you hear that people do some kind of a mob action, someone do a petty thief, someone stole a pot of rice, someone stole 10,000, someone stole 2,000, and people will gather and beat him and put tire. If I see such a person, I will tell them that they are mad. They are mad people. Those who are stealing with pen, what have they done to them? What have they done to them?
This is what
those
who said years ago. Fella said it years ago, my brother. Fella said somebody that will be thief and not be thief, but somebody that actually, today, some girls they go into the shop because they're looking for mobile phone to talk to boyfriend. They go and steal phone in the shop. They get them naked. They stone them. Somebody stole 2 bags of yam. One woman, they carried the 2 bags of yam, tie them against the woman. They want somebody that to take yam to his children.
That's very wrong.
It's a thief.
You don't do that.
Those fools that are using your private jet, your own money, to buy private jet.
Go and tie them. Go and tie them.
Wow.
Somebody, if I hear that somebody steals food, I'm not going to blame the person or kill the person.
It's not stealing, sir. That's not stealing. Somebody that looks for food to eat is not stealing. No, it's our right to eat. In fact, it's not stealing. If you go into a shop, like I said to myself, if I walk into a shop in England, if I'm hungry, if you open the food there, a can of food and eat it there, nobody can take you. If not when you take it out, that's when it is a stealing. If you open the food inside the shop and you eat it, they'll ask you what's wrong with you. I'm not eating for this. Nobody, it's no case. How can somebody that takes a yam and takes it to go and feed his children be a thief? Yeah. And then the same place where somebody stole billions, Yaya Bello is hiding with you, sir.
So a time will come in this country when the political leaders can no longer come out to function because people will stone them.
Now can they come out now? They know. Have you seen their faces? You know what I was saying there? I was saying in an instance here. I said, you know the kind of things we think we are clever. Look at our fences at home. My God, the day you guys will come and visit me, I'm going to take you to the most expensive street. It's not very far from me here, and we call it the Bishop Avenue. It's the most expensive houses you see in London. It's in Bishop Avenue. If you pass there, you will not see the fence. They don't have a fence. But people are not running. But look at the poor man in Nigeria. The first thing he do when my house for Lagos for Asaba, he say, "Your government will fence the place. The thing not high reach." I say, "Who are you hiding from? You seclude yourself from the society because you are not safe." Even the kind of fence we build alone, it tells who we are as a people. It tells who we are as a people, and it has to stop. Mary, I think your battery is running out too. It has to stop. I pray that we get to a place where Nigeria can see the beauty of democracy as we claim it to be. And another thing, maybe before we go, the stealing in because all these ones for me it add up. People steal money. I call them the primitive thieves because if they steal well, imagine my brother, if the money they stolen, they invest it back in society. Society will not be shortage. There will not be shortage of anything. If somebody like my former governor now, the three past governor from Ibori, Udwan, and Okowa, if they invest what they have, of course they spend the money on election. If they had invested the money, if you go to this village, you will not see any investment. The only investment they have is to fight to make sure their children go back to the government. That's all they have invested. You understand? So that is their investment. They think politics is a food. And I said it's a litmus test of who they are. If they had invested the money they've stolen back into their community, at least those communities would have been saved from hunger. And I said today, this morning on this show that if my former, and the ones I know are the one I'm calling, former deputy senate president, he brought some polytechnic to his village and brought some other things. And I said to him, sir, if you had only said in my time, there will be no hunger in Orogu, would it be so bad? I'll go into farming in my own community.
I'm telling you.
Would it be so bad?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Would it be so bad?
Yeah, exactly.
All you're going to tell me is what is your achievement? He said, no, I brought polytechnic to my place. You are a sheep thief.
Very funny. Very funny characters.
Yes, all of them. If I ask now, what was the achievement? They begin to tell you they brought social school, they brought this. The children are back in politics.
They don't have understanding. That is the truth. They don't have understanding. If they do, they will not be doing what they are doing. You understand? It's like what they say when you wake up, you know that like people say, oh, the body lano, afi jakara. You know the meaning? The money a small boy see yesterday, he will use that eat akara. Yes. So because they've not seen that kind of wealth in their lifetime, they've not, you know.
And the truth is they're from poor homes. They were all from poor homes. Even their former, if you look at the life of your former, what's his name now? The FCT man. You know, he was a very poor man because before he joined politics. Today he's now a rich man. And the question is, okay, where do you get the money? We know you stole it. I'm not even angry that you stole the money. My concern is now, what have you done? Can you go to your village and say, oh, sir, you know, in my time, there will be no hunger in my land? Would that be so bad? It doesn't cost much, oh. The people will be clapping for you. They'll be thanking you that I will be going home to my farm. You see, how about our governors, ex-governors going home to their farm and work with their own community and make money for the community? And we'll get our back shortly. You see what I'm saying, Mary? My argument today is, I know we are primitive thieves. Let them continue to steal. I'm happy. Thank you,
sir. How can they go back to their farm? Farm is not a fast money for them. They now have bandits that come and say, pay so ransom so that we'll allow people to farm. At the end of the day, since they have their own share from it, it's quick money that these people are looking for. Farming is a long process. Before you farm,
it's a waste of time for them. I understand.
Before they come and start harvesting, they don't have that time. They don't have that time at all.
No, but I'm just saying now that if it's even a more, they will make money. They will still make money, Mary. We will work for them. We'll be their slave. We will still be happy with them. And they have something to say. Anybody that cannot do that, because what we are saying now is your people are hungry. You are using private jets, sir. You are a fool. You are primitive. You know, you understand? Because you don't need it. The truth is the house you build there now, everybody come and build them. I'm lawyer, sir. The boys on the street are ready to run when you move to the car, they don't follow you. If you have been able to settle this problem out of yourself, I say, you know what? I'm going to do 3 investments. One may be a poultry farm, the other one this, and I'm going now, we're going to harvest. 6 months down the line, you'll be making money from your own community. And everybody will you be the man of the people. If you see these guys, the only time we see them again, if you see Okowa again, Okowa they bring the daughter, make it. It's now in the House of Assembly. Okowa daughter, Okowa after stealing all the money, all Okowa could do for us is to bring the daughter. Ibori daughter is now in the House of Rep. I'm counting the ones. Odua daughter is in the. Well, I think he contested for House of Assembly. Whether he won, I don't know. These are the people that left office. So that's all they give back to us. They eject their children into the system and steal more money. There's God, though. And I cannot say much. I cannot say much. But with the level, we even not angry that you have stolen, sir. But you have a private jet. You bring your daughter back or your son back or everything back. It's not a bad thing, sir. But can you just take your conscience and say, these people are hungry. It will cost me nothing to actually get them to live a life. Let me go and invest with them. I think hopefully they hear this show today and they begin to think differently. No, my pain is in this country, being a black man is almost a curse. Because we are always looking for a job. And the kind of job we're looking for are the ones other people will not do. Would it be so bad if our thieves come and invest and have filling stations and we'll be the one running the filling station for them? So that we make money and bring it back home. Then I'm talking of serious money. If you see the grocery shop owned by Turkish, they own all the restaurants in London. If you go there, you see Turkish, they are buying all the pops from the English people. That is Tokyo. In fact, the opportunities here. And our people are looking. Our politicians will come. All they come to do is to come and buy a house. You buy a house in England, the house is not your own, it's here. You can't take that house home. The Englishman, they laugh at you. They want you to put your money here. Because in a few years, your money will not finish. The high cost of living, you will sell that house. Ibori cannot maintain his house here if he's no more in power. Why wanted one? How much is he earning to maintain a house of that caliber? Your council tax and all of them, you will sell. So they give you some time, they're going to take it back. They're happy if you come here to buy a house. But come and invest and make money and take home. They didn't stop you. Indians are doing, other people are doing it. We should not be left out. And it's a difficult time. And I know it's difficult to say this. I don't have any friend here. I can never be having friends in the situations like this, so I'm not hoping to have a friend. So, Double T, we have a country that what we can pray is for God to touch the hearts of our noble men. I call them noble men. The hearts of our noble thieves, so they can actually begin to help us. We want you guys, we're not asking too much, we just want you guys to contribute to society. And you have the capability to do so. In fact, to whom much is given, much is expected. So maybe you fought and you won the election yourself. Thank you.
God will help us. That's all I can say. God will help us. But we must keep talking. We must keep talking. We must keep exposing them. We must keep telling them what they are doing is wrong until they have a change of mind. Because this platform, that we have, we must spread the news. We must let people know. We must expose all of this.
I have a problem with me because I'm going to disgrace them big loud. In the house, they can disgrace themselves locally, but here I'm showing them to the rest of the world who they are. If you come here, you will be arrested. That's some of the things I do. Okowa, I must expose you until Okowa. I can't. If you go back to village today and you begin to invest in your community, you see that the Christ will be your friend. Invest that money you'll be stealing. Invest it. You know all they do. Look at the cost of Delta State, and I'm sure it's every other state. So with Rivers, Rotimi want to run for president. Now Rivers State money when it thief. That one now when the FCT Mary boyfriend, Mary, that your guy. You know how much
boyfriend. So it's the troublesome one that you now give to me.
And I don't know. You can manage him. Because all the big men on earth, now only woman they control them. So I don't go say you go meet her. Make it listen.
So what is doing is wrong. What is doing is wrong.
It's wrong. And in our case, Ibori use our money to win and do our election. Okowa use our money. In fact, if you watch during Goodluck Jonathan election, the whole people don't give up. Delta State result came. He made sure say Odua use our money work for Goodluck. But we'll talk that one. Then in case of Okowa, they don't say Delta State get money. They have to make him deputy so they can have more money. That man don't like you. You understand? That's how much, that's our destiny. These guys will not invest the money in the place that the money is coming from. Look at how poor Delta State is. The same with Rivers. These two states have the potential to turn things around in the area. Well, we've said a lot, and I want to thank you, Double T, for coming on the show. We continue to preach the gospel. I call it it's a crusade. Right now, it's no more gospel. It's a crusade. We now have to, by the time we change from gospel to crusade, it's no more good news. It's a crusade. We are saying people are killing us. We want to fight back. Look at that's where we are. It's a crusade. When people kill you, at the point in time you turn around. And the time will come, the crusade will be in full force. And hopefully we will achieve some results. We do know now that many of you are not running from your own self. That's the beauty of it. We say, sir, it's okay to steal, but please use the money well for your own people. Thank you very much, Double T, for joining on the show today. Really, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. How's Abuja today? Abuja
very nice, Abuja.
It's trending every day. Your mind is trending every day.
Yes,
all right. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. All right.
All right, guys. So that's where we end the show today, my people. This is Wake Up Nigeria. We've talked it all. We said it all. I had the part of the show only to myself, but towards the end, you have it more engaging when I have my guests. And it didn't help the matter. So if you're watching the show from the beginning, try and get to the end of it. You'll see the meat of it. What we're saying is that it's okay to steal. It's okay. The money is yours, but please invest it in young people. I'm saying today, will it be so bad, Mr. Governor, if you now say, in my time, there will be no hunger in my village? God will thank you if you do so. That's the way I'll end the show. My name is Daddy Chris. I will be here tomorrow with another special edition of this same show. As usual, don't forget that the Nigerian Week is right here, right now. All right? Nigerian Week is right here, right now. Like I said, look at the programs of activity. This year is going to happen in an open square, Gillette Square, in Dalston, that's in Hackney area. When you're in the area, get ready. The flyers are almost there. They're going to be flying around the place. We're still open for those who want to do. If you want to stand, put your stand anywhere. There's still opportunity. Maybe it's unfortunate that you don't want to join us this year. You don't want to join us. Let's go, though. And everybody, they miss you here. And we are missing you. We really wish you would be with us very soon. We pray that you'll join us in the nearest future. So, Mary, that's where we're going to say, let us pack it up. Thank you for the morning show. And please stay out of trouble. You are the face there now, so be wise. Stay easy. Don't forget that you are not a big friend to many people. Just understand that. You cannot be a friend to many people right now. All right? So, if you say things like this, you are never a good friend. If you understand why they kill Jesus, it is things like this. You don't say things like this and you expect people to be your friend. Because there are people eating in the system. They hate what we are doing. And especially when you name them one by one. We're going to take time and we'll take time to name them. I'm going to leave the politics of Delta State and Rivers and go to other states and point those who are actually still there as well. Because I'm more familiar with Delta, that's why I keep hammering on them. That's happening across all the states. So we hope that we will be touching on you. We're coming to your area and say train. When the crusade reach your village, you go know. Okay, that's how we end the show today, Mary. Thank you very much for joining me.
Bye.
Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 0706.
SRTV. innovative content.